Hey Trace, you on here fast, girl. Let me figure out how to make this work. Hey Champ.
Hey girl.
Can you hear me in my little mic?
I can.
I feel like I want to put it somewhere different. Hold on, let me see. That looks stupid.
No, I can see your ring light through your glasses though.
I know, you always can. That ain't gonna never change. Right, Katana, we're gonna add you in just a little bit. Let us do the intro first and then we're gonna get to it. Look how my mom's so shampy.
Y'all can see me?
Yes.
Mama. Okay.
Where's your all in shirt or hoodie at?
Oh my gosh, it is in the washing machine. I
Oh
wore
my
it the other
god.
day. I know.
Hey y'all. Come on in, come on in, come on in.
Now my iPad not working. This is anything.
Send it to y'all people.
Hey y'all missed us because I missed y'all.
Ooh, I'm hot. I need to go turn this air on in my house. Give me a second.
Why my iPad? You can hear me, Kim?
Yeah.
I should a little delayed. Hold on. Am I giving delay or what?
Yeah, it's giving delayed.
Okay, let me log out and come back in. Hold on.
Ugh. Y'all, I miss y'all. We have not been live in forever. Say something so I can see if it's delayed.
Is it delayed?
Mm-mm. You good.
Per,
I know we
per.
do need some music. Let me see. I got a little something, I guess. But it's just gonna be playing through my phone, which I think is crazy, but whatever. Do you hear this?
I can hear it. What song is it?
You never heard
Oh,
this? I
oh,
think we should let the people take a couple more seconds to get in.
what's up, y'all?
We get so deep so fast. And it's funny because Champagne just said last week that where's Lil Baby at? And I'm talking about something. I don't listen to rap. And
And
here I
here
go.
you go listening to
First song.
rap.
Y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hello? What about now?
I can hear you.
Say it again.
Good.
I can hear you pushing that button. Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all.
Y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Justin, back to y'all people. I'll be playing cut until you come back. I'm sending this to everybody in here. Okay,
You got the vibes always.
All right,
See,
we
I be
can
doing
cut
the
that.
vibes beforehand.
I'm
She be
screaming.
doing the vibes. You know what I mean?
All right, y'all. Welcome to the NOON podcast, where the regular girlies have the real conversations. It's your girl, Ash Nicole.
It's your girl Chippy.
And it's your girl Major Key.
And we are back with yet another video. Y'all, we are live today. Throw in the comments if you miss us on live. Like, let us know. But y'all know we're gonna start off with a little prayer, and then we are gonna have a special guest today. We're gonna add him to the live, and then we're gonna get it going. Who's leading us in prayer today?
I think it's Chippy's turn.
Okay.
Sure, I'll lead us in prayer. Let's not all speak at once. Okay, bow your head. Let's get into it. God, we come to you grateful and thankful for yet another pod. We hope that today you give us the words to articulate what we are trying to say. We want to thank our guests for coming on, and we want to thank our audience for always tuning in. Amen.
Amen.
And
You got this little sexy girl voice on. What's that about?
not the sexy voice as you pray.
Like, talk for real to the Lord.
That's how I talk to the Lord.
I know. We playing with the Lord, y'all. But we're going to bring in our special guest. Let me go ahead and accept him. And then we're going to get it going. Hello, hello,
Look at
hello. Now he
you.
outside.
We out the side with it. I don't know if I
I'm,
can curse on the podcast, so I'm gonna be mindful. But we outside. Y'all can hear me?
We
yeah.
can hear you.
Be yourself. Be yourself.
Oh, I'm trying to make sure there no kids watching. We out the fuck side. Y'all already know what's going on. I got the cup in hand. We outside.
I'm
It's nice.
What's up?
screaming. Thank you
What's good,
so
gang? Hold on,
much
hold
for
on.
being on the pod.
Absolutely. Why it still say connecting on my screen?
We can see you.
It say connecting. I don't know. It say connecting for me. As long as y'all can see me, I'm straight.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
can
can
see
see
you.
you.
Good.
We gonna thug it out. We good.
I'm
Y'all can see me. We straight.
I'm screaming. No, we
We
got you. We
good.
thought you would be a good guest on the pod, so we wanted to bring you on there. Shout out to Kiana for getting the connect. Got you on the pod. So
Gang.
I guess we could start off. Look at him dropping the phone.
No, the phone dropped itself. We straight. I got something playing.
Oh, I'm screaming.
I'm hollering.
Autumn, we
So
gonna
we
make
could
them
just start
t-shirts.
off by you telling us a little bit about yourself. Tell the people who you are. We
We
can't
can
hear nothing you
hear
saying.
you.
You on mute.
His phone dropped and it went
His
away.
phone dropping. It did something.
But Autumn, you
No,
said you want a shirt. We are going to have shirts soon. I think that's your name. I don't know. Let's
It's
see.
Ashley.
Oh,
Ashley.
okay.
hmm
Ashley,
Ash, we're
going
gonna
some
get some
shirts soon.
shirts.
We cannot hear you. You might have to exit and come back on.
Yeah, drop off and come back. Yeah, there you go.
Hey, ladies, how y'all
So how
been?
was?
How was y'all week?
I'm about to say, how was y'all week? How was y'all weekend? What's going on?
Child, what I did. So bad boys, highlight of my weekend.
Finally.
I like
That
it.
joint was so good.
It was.
What's good, ladies? We back.
Okay,
We
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 back.
back.
back. We back.
I
We
can see
back.
myself now. But for those who don't know, I go by Ray Katana, and if you can't say all that, you could just call me Ray K, like TK.
Okay, Ray K.
Ray K,
Right here,
gang
like Ray
gang.
K.
Okay, okay. That's all you want to tell us about yourself. What you get into? Like, what's going on?
I get into a lot of stuff, man. Most people know me from music. Obviously, being one of the founders of this Jersey club, rap music,
Okay.
movement rather. Like y'all can check the receipts on that. Like I started this Jersey club rap shit. A lot of people wasn't rapping on Jersey club beats till I did it back in 2016, 15. It was before TikTok, but transition into like the pandemic, I'm fortunate enough to become a full-time entrepreneur as a social media marketing manager and a music marketing manager. So that's around the time for me while I started my healing journey. If y'all don't know the story, my mom passed away in 2021 from COVID. Right after the same time, I ended up moving from Jersey to Texas. I was in a relationship at the time. A couple months after that, my ex and I, it didn't work out. We broke up, and I ended up moving from Texas to Atlanta, which I now reside in. So it was a long journey, a lot of grief, a lot of healing, understanding myself, and we still growing.
Love that.
Wow, that's deep.
Hmm.
Yes, thank you
I'm
for
so
sharing that.
sorry
And
for your
shout out to
loss.
the men. It's mental health month, so
It is.
thank you for sharing that story.
Yes, thank you
Absolutely.
for coming on. We're so excited to get into everything.
I'm
And
excited.
I'm just so fortunate because I know you personally, and I just see like how big you became and how more you're gonna keep moving. So I'm here for it all.
Yeah. So, ladies, y'all want to get into the first question?
Yes,
I
let's
do.
get into
Let's get to the
it.
next question.
Let's get into it. Let's get into it.
So, we talked a little bit about mental health. It's Mental Health Awareness Month. What does mental health mean to you? Why is it important, and when did it become important to you?
Well, what does mental health mean to me? I think mental health means to me is the simplest way I could put it is having a safe space. Being a black man, and this is just, I feel like a lot of black men feel like this is, we don't have a safe space. Like I can't come to, I'm a heterosexual male, but if I was to ever go to my friends and be like, yo, I like niggas, they probably wouldn't fuck with me. And that's fucked up. That's like completely fucked up that we live in that time in this day and age where it's like, damn, we supposed to be accepting of each other for our differences, but we don't have a safe space in the black community, and that starts early, right? That starts, I feel like, with just our peers, our family. We just don't make it safe enough, and it's unfortunate, and that's why I feel like a lot of men crash out. The second part of the question was, when did it become important to me? I believe, and mental health became more important to me after my mom passed away, because for the longest, I don't want to say I took her for granted, but I took a lot of the things my mom used to do for me for granted, and I didn't realize until after she passed away, how much medication she took. My mom was schizophrenic and bipolar diagnosed,
Mm,
and I've
Wow.
never seen my mother like have an episode. Like I never, like she always kept it together. So for somebody 24, 25 years of my life to be able to take care and raise me, my two little sisters, and a husband, be able to take care of her family, with all of that going on, it's just like, man, I wish I had the time or space to like just ask her, like, yo, what was that like? Like, what's it like having these changes and imbalances with chemicals in your brain, and like, how does that make you feel? And what do you wish we could do to make it easier for you? But I took the initiative myself, so now I gotta be that example.
Okay. Okay. Now, I know you talked a little bit about your mom having COVID.
Hmm.
Um, how long, like, what was her process? Because, like, did she get it in 2020 when COVID first, like, became a thing? And also, like, was she hospitalized? Did she have any underlying, like, health issues? And then how did you deal with that?
So it happened so fast. Um, it happened entirely just too fucking fast. If I'm being for real with y'all, like in 2021, this is like peak COVID. I shot a video in March with, and rest his soul, his name's Polo Films, and Polo Films is a dope director. Again, rest his soul, he passed away. In Jersey, he's from Jersey, and he had COVID, but we didn't find out he had COVID till like a week after he shot my video. Like,
mm,
and during that same week, they're like, yo, it's not looking good for him. A couple days later, he passed away. And this is around the time where I'm already plotting on moving with my ex to Texas. So I'm like, all right, I'm about to leave anyway, you know what I'm saying? But then I start not feeling good. And what I thought was just like a regular cold, I ended up catching COVID. I didn't have like a sense of taste or a sense of smell. Um, it just got really bad for me. And when it got bad for me, like, the maternal instinct kicked in. My mom started trying to take care of me and stuff to the best of her ability. And my whole house caught it. And like not funny enough, but ironically enough, the whole house had it except my youngest sister. So I have two little sisters. One is 11, the other one's now 19. So the 19-year-old had it, I had it, my mom had it, and my stepdad had it. My stepdad and my mom both was in the like the worst condition of it. Like they both was about to clock out. It was to the point where like I thought I was about to be a parent. So like
Mm.
in my mind, I'm like, damn, I'm about to raise two teenage girls on my own. But I was ready. Like financially, I was ready. Mentally, I can't say I was, but I would have had to have been ready. Um, and both of them wasn't just gonna make it. Fortunately enough, my stepdad, his took a turn for the better, where he started getting recovery at his lungs, was able to breathe on his own. My mom wasn't because the underlying health issues. So she was a diabetic as well. She had bronchitis. She had a
Mhm.
lot of underlying health issues where her body just couldn't fight it off. So it just was like also a reminder to make sure you take care of yourself, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, that's deep. I'm sorry for your loss again.
Yeah.
Like COVID, a lot. I didn't have anybody close to me that actually like passed away from COVID. But I definitely know that there was a lot of people that lost their life to COVID. So, you know, keeping you in our prayers because that got to be tough day in and day out dealing with that.
Mhm.
Um, but let's turn this vibe around. I don't want it to be
Y'all
sad.
know.
Yeah, we
I don't want it to
outside.
be sad.
We
So
outside.
we
It's a good
outside.
vibe.
We outside.
Yeah,
Let's really, really get into it. Like we started talking about the mental health question.
yeah.
We're gonna take this all the way to the whole other end of the spectrum and
All
we
the
just
way to
going
the left. We just
Let's
gonna
to the
go
left.
left.
we're just gonna come out
To the
with it.
left. To the left. To the left.
All right, so for a guy,
Mhm.
what instantly ruins sex?
What instantly ruins sex?
Yes.
Ooh, that's tough. I think the only for me, I can't speak on no other guy. For me, the thing that would ruin sex for me is probably like if you poop and I smell it. Like it's something like if we going and you bust your ass and I'm what the fuck is that? Like I'm not gonna like mentally I ain't gonna be able to bounce back right then and there. We might have to run it back a couple minutes later. Um, but I'm goofy though, so not a lot would stop me with my person if I'm having sex. I don't feel like much would, but that would though. If you fart, you bust your ass. We gotta hold on, talk about it.
What did she say?
Time
My
out.
bad. Like, let's keep going. Like, you really gonna stop? Like, it was
It
her
ain't
bed.
no
Like,
keep
she just needed to
going.
fart.
Yeah, it's no keep going. We gonna take a minute for that to die down. We not about to just act like you bust your ass, and we not also not about to act like my tongue and face not close to that area you just bust your ass. Like
Well, how
when
long is a minute? Like, are you waiting until like it passed and it fume out,
when
or
when
are you
niggas
giving it
drop
some time?
when niggas drop bombs, it don't just be the bomb that affect niggas. It be the ash and the air and all the other shit that still be bugging up. So you busting bombs out your ass, it's gonna have to be a little minute before we could be like, all right, let's run it back. You feel me?
Talk
Do
about
I say
a
busting
conversation got to be
bombs.
had? Like,
a
is this
con-
a conversation or no?
a conversation don't really got to be had. Be like, you know, you was wrong though, because you knew you was wrong.
What,
You knew you was
what
wrong.
if
And
she
sex,
couldn't control it? She couldn't control that
Right.
joint. Like it just
that's
came
what.
out. She's
That's
like,
why I
"Oh
said.
my god!" Like I'm
That's
sorry.
why I said we could run it back in a couple minutes. Just give it like a good 5 minutes. You feel what I'm saying?
But
Maybe go
that
check.
ain't no deal breaker. Like you still going to keep going. Just give
Exactly.
you some time.
Oh, you want
All
like an
right.
absolute
Yeah.
deal breaker? Like
Yeah. What's the
like
absolute
it's
deal breaker?
over.
Give me
Like
those.
the absolute deal breaker for me, if like if we having sex and this shit happen, we can't go no more. If you hit me with a, it's like you running too much. I can't do the running.
Uh,
Like I can't do it. And that's also why I got an age limit to the women I date. Like I'm 28. I don't date women beyond a 4-year age limit of me, like younger. So 24 is my cutoff. 21, 22, 23. I'm not fucking with those young ass girls. You feel what I'm saying? Like you and don't
why?
what you mean? I'm
What if it's
listen.
a bad joint? Like, ooh, she bad. Like, and
She
she
ain't
22.
she ain't had enough dick. She ain't had that shit. She had to have that shit bust
Not.
open like one way or the. If she ain't have it bust open yet, then we can't. Hey, come on, man. You got life to learn. You got experiences that I'm gonna need you to go get some dick before you come talk to me. Like you gotta get your shit together first. Cause I like grown women, and grown women they gonna take that shit. They ain't no that running. That's a turn off. Once you run twice, I'm not gonna be able to keep messing with you. It's like
I'm
I
Not
hollering.
that's it.
twice.
So you
That's
like
it.
girls who was already in their whole stage to come see
I
you
Yeah,
afterwards, huh?
he
I
like
I
I'm breaking
I
in.
I I I I, I, I ain't nobody say whole stage. Nobody say whole
You want
stage. I
Them to
just
be
said you
broken in
gotta
a little bit. Get broken
exactly
in.
you gotta know how to take the dick. Like I'm gonna tell y'all right now, niggas like hoes, and I don't mean hoes as in like the hoes is like, oh, she trying to fuck everybody. What I mean is like, you know how niggas be like, that's my favorite eater, or like she my favorite. How you think she became his favorite eater? She sucked a lot of dick before. Like
Nah, I'm hollering.
it ain't no misconceptions here. Like when you find that one that's like, damn, that pussy good as hell. That pussy didn't come out magically good. She had practice. She had trials and errors. She learned how to do that little grippy thing that she be doing. So now I want it. Now it's for me now.
This
Now it's mine.
this
Yeah,
is
I'm
real. Okay.
hollering.
Now it's
I
It's
for
too
Ladies,
can't.
me.
what
much.
make y'all? What's instantly ruining it for y'all?
Yeah, y'all let us
No,
know. What's moving in
no,
for
she
yours?
said you.
She's like,
For
yeah,
me?
let us
Oh,
know,
You don't
yes.
try to
She
run.
what's
she
You
moving
talking about yeah.
for
Let us know.
me?
No, sis, answer the question.
Um, talking too much. Like talking too much to me, it's like I just want to hear you. Like, Mo, if you like trying to like, don't get me wrong, not talk me through it. Like I like that, but talking too much about nonsense is like is the turn off for me. That's gonna instantly ruin it. I'm just gonna drive right on up.
Like, shut
So
up.
like, be quiet. Like, what we talking about here?
them Wesley Pipe ass niggas. I know what you're talking about.
I'm
Like, I don't want to
hollering.
hear
Hey, you said you hollering because you know who Wesley Pipes is, and you nasty if you know who Wesley Pipes is. My nigga has to say in the comments,
I
you
was
know
about
who
to
Wesley Pipes
say,
who
is.
who is
is.
that?
Like, I don't know
Hollering
who
because
Wesley
I
Wesley
really
Pipes
don't
Pipes.
know
is.
who that is. That's
They
why
Wesley,
I'm
all
laughing.
listen,
Like,
laughing.
I don't know who that
Who
listen,
said,
is.
"Come
listen.
on, King"? I'll
I'm
just
gonna need y'all
say
niggas to Google Wesley Pipes after this, okay? Because Wesley Pipes, before it was Twitter, OnlyFans, it was Wesley Pipes, and he was the nigga that like he was fucking with all the major like porn stars, the Pinkies, Jada Fine, all them, and he always talked. He'd be like, "Yeah, right there, get that shit." I'm like, bro, somebody set this nigga
No,
up. Like
Illustration.
I
I
don't
wanted,
like
it.
that.
Wait,
I
I'm
don't like
hollering.
that.
like, and he used to be for real. Yeah, right there. That's that shit.
So
Right, that
wait,
shit. Dreamy.
I
Right.
don't
let's
like
end
it.
this
Come on, bro.
because we talking about porn. So does porn have a negative impact on relationships and society?
Absolutely. That's how. That, I'm not gonna say that's how. That was porn was one of the reasons my last relationship didn't work out.
What?
Mm.
So I'm
Get
gonna give
into
y'all
it.
the.
Yes, let's
Y'all want to talk about?
get
She
into
want to get
Yeah,
into
I
it.
need I
My
need to
that.
life
explain
is a.
that one.
My
Please.
life is a
Come on, Ray.
movie. My life is a movie. So look, right? Like I never felt, and this is why go back to mental health being a safe space. I had a separate Twitter where I kept all of the porn at because I didn't want it to mix with my main one for music and the shit I like to do on a regular. And you know, Twitter got better porn than Pornhub. I don't know what it is about Twitter porn, but that shit is goated. Like you could find one video and be masturbating for 30 minutes, 45 minutes because you just scrolling through like, damn, I didn't know they had this. But nonetheless,
Ah,
I had a
this is
I
crazy.
had a I had a private Twitter, right? Like I had a backup Twitter and I never forget, like it was faceless. So like I didn't have any profile, I didn't have my personal name. It was some freak name because it was designed for that. So I remember one time a lot of y'all not. And this is why it's as a man, you gotta be cognizant of you can't do single shit in a relationship. And I
Mm.
forgot that on that Twitter account, it was news up there. So
Of you?
absolutely. But again, it was
Oh wow.
faceless. It was faceless. So nobody
Wait,
knew it was
what?
me.
Oh
It was just nice ass.
no.
It was
Wait,
nice
wait,
ass.
wait, wait.
Look,
Wait,
We
I'm
not
giving y'all the
skipping
we
game.
about
past
to
the
go
Listen,
fact
on
Get
I'm
that
it.
a
giving
whole
y'all the
Oh
no,
game.
no, no,
I'm
no.
giving
no.
y'all the
You
game.
can
Somebody
finish the
giving
I'm
us
giving y'all the
story.
the
game.
game.
So
What?
look,
Ah.
look, I'm giving y'all the tea. Y'all want the tea. Y'all want the Earl Grey. Y'all
We
want the
not skipping
hibiscus.
past the fact that
They
you
want.
had news on there in a
It
relationship.
wasn't.
Like, is that not cheating?
Right.
It wasn't. You gotta hear me out. The post was already up there before, and I never took them down. So
Mm.
it wasn't like no like you could see my face. It was just like I got a nice ass body. I got a nice ass, everything hooked up. So it was just like good angles, sunlight hitting. You know what I'm saying? Shit you would want to see get sent to your phone. But I forgot to delete them. So I'm scrolling through the Twitter, and I'm nasty. My person gonna be nasty. My ex at the time, like, look at this shit. That shit look good, don't it? And she like, yeah, that shit do look good. And she starts swiping, and was like, oh. And I'm like, shit, I forgot to delete that. But
What?
that was kind of like a awkward situation for me. I was very embarrassed, but at the same time, I'm a real nigga about it. So like I ain't, we talked about it. It went over what it was, but I think that was like the first sign. The second sign too, and this is why, and this is just a side note. Sexual compatibility is important in relationships. If your man don't eat the coochie right or fuck you right, get rid of him early because it's never gonna work, and vice versa for men. If it's not sexual compatible for you, unless that person willing to learn, you have to let it go because you always gonna want that. That's a natural human instinct. So this is what I learned about that too. She didn't like having sex as much as I liked having sex.
Mm.
So it'll be times where like I'm trying to go 2-3 times in a day, and she like, we just fucked this morning. I'm like, well, I'm horny now. So she be like, she'll just not be with it. So it was one time, it's midday, I forgot whatever the fuck she went, but she ain't went about her day. I'm horny, so I'm watching porn. I'm in the crib, in my crib, masturbating and shit. She walk in the room on me masturbating. And I was like, damn, bro, you might as well just, like, yeah, like, I'm going to work. Like, I'm talking about hammer to
This too
steak.
much. I
Like,
did.
but she walked in, and when she walked in, she wasn't even trying to get in. Like, she wasn't trying to join. She just was like, oh, I'm going to let you finish. And that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. But that's when I realized, like, yo, I got to be better at being intimate rather than being sexual. So I thought the porn kind of led to me being more sexual than intimate. And then as I've learned from that experience, I was like, well, maybe in my next relationship, I can learn how to be more intimate. And maybe that'll arouse my partner to be more sexual. So that's why I say porn could kind of, it could fuck it up if you let it. It's one of them things you got to watch for real.
Yeah,
Wait,
that's wild.
wait,
I'm
wait. I got a
crying.
couple questions
Two
because you
things.
said
Drink responsibly, man. Drink
you
responsibly.
said she saw it and we went over what it
Yes.
was. Like, navigate me through this conversation.
Oh my God, I was so embarrassed, like to see somebody oh shit, your dick out on like the internet. You know what I mean? But nobody knows again it's me because it's faceless. Like it's faceless. So it was wild. But nonetheless, it was a situation where she was like, is that something you want to do? In the sense of like you want to be like OnlyFans content creator, da da da. And I'm like, I just like being sensual, dog. I've learned my kinks pretty early on, so I know I like voyeur. Like I like to watch. I like people watching me, which is that turns me on. And I don't kink shame. Like I don't whatever somebody likes sexually, we should learn how to accept that, even if we don't agree with it. Just accept it. It's not for you, cool, but that's your kink. So I feel like that conversation was a bit difficult to have, but it was needed. It was needed. After that though, I ain't make no more pages. I deleted the page. I was like, man, I ain't gonna fuck around no more. I'm gonna just have me a little bookmark on my regular shit so I could save all the videos I need when I need them, and that was that. But it was a very uncomfortable conversation. But those are the best conversations. They leave the girl.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's wild. I
Okay.
don't know how I would handle seeing my man's private part on Twitter.
I don't know how to handle it
Like,
either. I'll be like, I will break up. Like,
I
no.
would definitely
You're not,
probably
why you
break up
showing
for sure.
everybody?
Because my thing is, tell me from the beginning. Don't we like a couple years in and now all of a sudden I see that you've been posting your dick on Instagram or Twitter. Like,
Oh look, right. That's I see what you're saying. But we was only that was the first year, and
okay.
it
Mm.
also too wasn't like again, it was old content. It wasn't like it was a recent. The shit was like almost a year and a half, two before she actually seen it. Like that post been up there. Like I never posted any. That's like the only media there. So when people come, they know it's not a bot. It's like, oh, it's a
Uh,
real dick right here. It's a real person. But nonetheless, though, like I said,
He
you
trying to
learn
make it
from it.
sound good,
Yeah.
y'all.
hmm I ain't never
Listen,
met no. I ain't never met
listen.
nobody that like to do that. Like to just expose themselves on social media.
But
Which I
see,
mean, people do it all the time. But I mean, I guess because nobody knew it was you, and you like, yeah,
it's anonymous.
look at this.
You feel you would never know. Like you would never know it was me. You would never know. Like you just wouldn't know unless you like know what my dick looked like to the back of your hand. You're not about to know it's me. Like the fuck. But nonetheless, though,
Um,
like I said, you learn from it.
You
That's
Ladies, what's y'all
wild.
thoughts?
That's
Y'all think that porn is ruining everything, or what? What we
I
thinking?
do because I think we get these false expectations of like what our sex should be, comparing it to
Mm.
porn.
mhm.
Like, depending on what kind of porn you watch, I just feel like, I don't know, if it's Ebony, they be doing a lot on there. And it's like, um you just be expecting that, or like if they go like round for round for round for round for round,
Mhm.
but you only go like one or sometimes maybe one and a half, you're like, well, why I don't do it that many
Right.
times? So like, baby,
True.
I'm tired, like I'm
Right.
tired. It's okay. So at the end of the day, I feel like, and I feel like in movies too, when there's like sex scenes, they romanticize like
Mhm.
sex, like, like back in the day when you watching a movie and they bust through the door and they kissing all intimately and they shut the door and they ripping off each other's clothes, like, that's not real life. I mean, some people
That
might do
part.
that. I don't know. But like, I've never experienced that before. Like, we could just wait till
But
we like get in
see,
the
But
house.
that's
Like,
the
it was never that deep
problem.
that I
I want to experience that. Like, why can't we bust in the door like kissing? Like, nigga, just be
and that
ripping each other's clothes off. And I
that's
think
what
that's
I'm
my problem.
saying. That no, that's not a problem. That's what I'm saying exactly. Like people gotta understand, like you said, well, I disagree with the fact that it's unrealistic expectations. It's understanding what your kink level is. They have charts for that. And if y'all want it, I'll send it to us free. But it's a kink chart. And everybody should know what they kinks are. You should know what you like. You should know what turn you on because truth be told, a lot of us don't like the same shit. We think missionary back shots from the side is all we about to do in 69. No, like we about to spice this shit up. I'm about to put you in a real pretzel, like with the mustard. Like it's going down.
Not with
So
the mustard.
we need to we need to understand, especially in the black community, like what our kinks are, being safe to express those kinks and being able to articulate that within our sexual partners because then you start having some bomb ass experiences for real where you could try different shit because you got a space where you feel comfortable and then you feel confident in letting people know that's what you like.
Yeah, I do
Mhm.
think that it definitely takes a level of confidence to be able to really tell somebody like what it is you like during such an intimate like thing. Also, I think that we think that we're gonna hurt the other person's feelings if you give them feedback like, how about you do it like this versus do it like that, or how about this or how about that. I think we need to stop worrying about somebody else's feelings and just be a little bit more selfish and making sure that we are pleased first.
Wait, that brings up a question. Are you guys receptive to feedback from your partner? Like, how
Yes.
receptive are you? Like, and how do you feel in the moment when they're giving that feedback? Like, actually, I think you should have did this. What y'all give it?
uh, I was
I think.
let the
Oh,
ladies
go
go
ahead.
first.
I'm
Go
hollering
I
at
was letting y'all
ahead.
and let the ladies go first. Go ahead, Tia.
go.
I think I'm more receptive at this age than I probably was in my early 20s.
Yeah,
I think that now is like, okay, let's figure it out. Like, but I think back then I used to be a little offended. Like, what?
exactly. A little taken back. Like, excuse me? Excuse me?
Yeah,
You don't think I did
excuse
that good?
me.
Because I thought I did
But
that
Do
good.
you know what I give?
yo,
Hollering.
okay, let's answer because I got another question. I got a little follow up question.
Go ahead, Kiki.
What am I receptive to feedback?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I think that I'm learning to be receptive to feedback. It's like, cause like sometimes I take the feedback and run with it, and sometimes I don't, cause I actually think what I'm doing is cool. But in order to make sure, in
Like, how you
order
going
to
to
make
tell
sure,
him? He don't want feeling it.
in order to make sure my partner is, I'm here with my partner is saying, I think I need to be a little bit more receptive. But I'm gonna still do what I gotta do
I'm
at the end of the day.
hollering. It's
So, are
definitely
you?
in the
What
comments. It
percentage
says,
are you receptive?
what was the question, Champ?
I was asking Key what percentage is he receptive? Like, is it like 50-50 or like you still in the 40s and he is
She in
still
the
the 60s?
20s.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
you're in the
I'm in the
20s.
20s now. I think I'm in like the
You
70s.
was a liar. How you more
That
receptive
did
than
not
not
sound like the
receptive?
70s.
If you were 70% receptive, then we wouldn't even be having this conversation
Listen,
right now.
listen.
But no, the comment said it's about how you say it and give feedback. I
Right,
definitely
I
Yes.
definitely
like his
agree.
Yes.
delivery
It
Like if
is.
your delivery is cool, then cool. If I feel like you can't even suck dick. Like
You gotta make it sexy. Like you gotta make
That's
it
hilarious.
sexy when you trying to teach somebody something or you trying to help them get you to that. You gotta make it sexy. And I've been in both sides of that where like somebody told me like, no, you eat it this way, like try it this way. Like, we got great results. Or if I'm teaching somebody how to do something new, I'm like, nah, just come here, I got you. You know what I mean? Like just make it you gotta make the safe space.
now just
Cause
in
if you
school.
you said what?
I said now just in school. But
So
somebody
is the
said, do
request
you
during or
make the
after?
request during or after?
After.
No,
I would
during.
Definitely
Hell
after.
no.
I would say
I make
both.
it during. I make it no, cause we not cause
After, because at the end of the day, y'all going, it's going to happen. The dude is going to happen. Like we going to get to the end result. So just talk to me after, and the after don't be right away. After be like a week or two. Like
but
actually,
see, don't. This is why I'm gonna say don't do it after, because men have very, very, very fragile
mm,
egos. So when you tell a guy after, like, oh, you could have did this, in his mind, he like, damn, I don't think I was fucking her good. So his mind start going to like, damn, like I gotta show up now. Now you putting external pressure on him for the next time where he feel like it got to be more about performing than really pleasing.
mm,
So I feel like if you can articulate that during, then it'll be great. And I'll give y'all a great example, not to get too detailed. It was a situation where like this young woman was like telling me how to eat her coochie and like the way I ate it. And she said, do me a favor. I said, what's up? She said, go really, really slow. And I said, okay. Why the fuck she turned my bed to a water bed after I went slow? It's
I'm
receptive.
hollering.
My
You get what
God.
I'm saying? Like,
But
Next question.
that's what I'm saying. Like, it's
next caller.
listen.
So,
This is deep. This is deep. This too
um,
deep for me.
what do y'all think? Who do y'all think is affected more by porn? Is it women or men? Do y'all think that men look at what the woman is doing and think, oh, my girl should be doing this, but what the girl is doing is like extra, and the man only has to do like the bare minimum?
I'm
Or do you
hollering.
think it's the opposite?
Mm.
Um, I don't know. I feel like it's this. It's like an equal level of like deception. Like
As far as what?
I feel like you just gotta do whatever works for you. Like don't you looking at that to try to bring into what your girl should be doing, what your guy should be doing. What if he don't even want that, or what if she don't want to do that, or whatever the case. Like
See,
don't make it
but
like
it go back to what I said, compatibility. Because if you would have knew what she liked, you wouldn't be in that situation. To oh,
true,
now you know she don't like that.
true,
Go back
true.
to make it. That's something people need to talk about more when they in the dating phase. Like, what do we like sexually? Now, I ain't saying you got to jump into fucking a person, but y'all need to know because I'm not trying to be 6, 7, 8, 9 months down the line with you and come to find out you only like two positions. Now I'm not getting what I need, and vice versa. Because y'all not
I'm
neat.
hollering
Y'all
because
not
people
neat.
definitely cool with the two and they
hmm
keep it pushing.
That's good for
So
them. And I'm not the one ordered to. I like the 3, 4, 5, and 6. Like
Yeah.
you got you got more. You
Oh
feel
my
I'm
me?
God. So, Ken, your thoughts?
hollering.
Do you feel like men are doing all the work or women are doing all the work? I
Who
was talking
me?
to Ken because you don't even didn't answer
Oh,
yet.
I feel like it should be equal, but I feel like sometimes I like a man who leads, so like I think sometimes men should do most of it. Like I don't know, like toss me, like do all this, like actually, like because that
I'm
make me
screaming
want
at
you
towards
more.
me.
Do what you gotta do, but I think men definitely probably put in a lot more effort. But don't forget, like girls, we fight back. So, but I do think men do a little bit more.
Okay.
I like when men do more.
They
Hmm
should.
My my legs be
and
hurting.
They should.
I like that feeling.
Like my legs hurt and I don't have mega knees. So let's switch it up.
You
Over
don't
here.
listen, ladies. You don't need magnes if you got a chair. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm hollering. I'm
You don't
screaming at
need
lazy
magnes
heifers.
if you don't got a chair.
Lazy
Yo.
heifers is
Lazy heifers is
hilarious.
crazy. Nah,
Listen.
I wouldn't want the woman to do all the work anyway. I feel like the woman part of the work is the process of making it sexy, right? Like when you get all dolled up, you smelling good. You know what I mean? You know that little flirting thing y'all do. Y'all be like, come over, or y'all rub the booty. That's the work. After that, like after the clothes come off, that's my
I like
tag
the
me.
way you think.
Tag me in. You feel me? Tag me in. We up in here. You feel
I'm
me?
screaming at tag me in. That's
My turn.
hilarious.
So, do y'all think that? Well, let me ask y'all. How do y'all think societal expectations affect
I don't
sexual
have no
performance and situations?
dollars on me. My bad, y'all. Not to interrupt, but this is the first icy lady I'm ever seeing in Atlanta. I ain't never seen an icy lady in my life. And she gonna walk. She gonna walk past. I
They
never
don't
seen one.
call it ices.
Never,
They call it water
never
ice. Just
seen one in my life. This is
Yeah,
my
they call
first
it
time
water
what
seeing
ice,
one.
not
I
ices. Just to put that out there.
yeah,
Where
That's a Jersey thing.
it's definitely what
ices
ice.
is a Jersey thing. Water ice is a Philly thing.
Boo!
That's
Icy.
Jamaica.
Icy.
Icy sounds
It's
stupid.
definitely an
Like,
Yeah.
is
icy.
ice? So, like, is icy a snow cone?
They all ices.
No,
Like
they
Thank you. That
not.
shit
like this
all
is the
icy.
general category. They
Thank
ices.
you. If it ain't
Don't
cream, it's
even
icy,
start
Yeah,
my
me on that
nigga.
Jersey stuff. Cause
icy
why?
and ice
Cause
It's
why
cream.
ain't
cream.
Like
That's the only
SpongeBob the
two.
percolator? Like, come on,
right,
Jersey's stupid for
they
that.
also think I percolated weird, but we'll get into another pot on
The
that.
percolator
Jersey
is
versus
not
Philly.
the SpongeBob.
I love that I finally got somebody from Jersey on here, so now I can actually relate to
I
somebody.
got
That's
you, gang. I got you.
anything. But anyway,
I'm.
what was up about the society?
Oh, child, I don't forgot the question. Yeah, I think it was let me see, I
Was
was
it? How does societal
there we
expectations
go.
affect sexual performance and satisfaction?
They don't.
I feel like this goes into like the whole watching porn and expecting that same like thing in your bedroom and like all of that.
hmm
You shaking your head. So what you saying no to?
Cause it's I and this is again why it's important to really get out your comfort zone and learn. Like one thing that I can say um about being here in Atlanta is a very, very, very big community of sex. Like they have sex
That-
shops, they got
That's why
sex
they got a
stores,
whole lot
they
going
got
through. Everybody getting.
they got
You better be careful.
listen, Nook ain't no better, and Nook don't even have half the shit they got. So we ain't gonna get into that topic. But listen,
Not too
niggas
much
don't
on
got
porn.
it ain't one sex shop in Nook, and they got just about the same HIV rate. So we ain't gonna get into that right now. But what I'm
Yikes.
saying is that like people out here are more open to what they prefer, and when you start to realize that and you make that safe space, then there's really not an expectation because I've seen some folks I had a performance during my birthday. I'm a Pisces. One of my homegirls, she's a content creator in that area, and she has this event every Pisces season called the Kinky's Pisces Party. It was my first time going. Niggas was in there tying the girls up, whipping them. It was ass out, titties out. It was a great time. But it was nobody was like fucking or nothing. It was just like a very erotic type of party, like something you would see on a movie. And
Mm.
I seen one of my clients there with her
Sound
man,
like a Diddy
and
party.
it wasn't no Diddy party because
That's what
nobody
it
was
sounds
Diddying.
like to me.
First off, no, it wasn't a Diddy party because it wasn't hosted
Diddy was
by
in the
Diddy.
corner somewhere looking.
Hey, yo, but nonetheless, I seen one of my clients there, and from just our experience working together on business, I'm thinking this some behind the computer tech girl. She don't give me kinky vibes. She in there with her man throwing ass, da da da. So it's like you never really know what people into. Long as you, I feel like it's no real outside view. It's what you like, and that's why it's important to find what you like.
I'm hollering. That's hilarious. Talking about she a behind the computer type girl.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
I love
saying. Like it
a
wasn't, it
lady
wasn't
in the
given.
street.
But
It wasn't given. I'm going. I'll
Right.
in
catch
the
you here.
sheets.
I thought I'd catch you at the library, not at the kinky party. Like damn.
I would have been
Yes.
irked if I seen
So
you there. Like, oh my God.
She a nigga. I'm performing.
me
Like
and your
shit.
coworker at a kinky party
Yeah,
is a
like I don't
little
want to see you
crazy.
here. You're not supposed to see me here.
It's different,
Yeah.
y'all, because my lane is different because it's like that's a client of mine. So it's like social media, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody got social media. But I just didn't expect you to be here. Like you damn.
So do y'all
Hollering.
think that hookup culture harm young people' ability to be in a serious, meaningful relationship?
Ooh,
Yes.
Yes.
Ooh,
Everybody into
I
that
think
say
quick.
I
yes.
think everything plays a part in not being able to be committed to something.
Yeah.
I think everything's so fast. Everything has a fast turnaround. Like social media, we're watching short videos where like everything is just like quick, quick, quick. So there's nothing that is like with substance that it
Mm,
takes time to build that is consistent. So I feel like there's our just society in general moves so fast that like people don't know how to take things slow. People don't know how to build up something. People don't know how to get to know someone. People don't know how to have a relationship outside of however they met. Like have conversations of substance. Like it's just so it's not just whatever we said it was. Oh, one night stands. I think it's a little bit of everything that plays a part in people not being able to really be in committed relationships.
But yeah, I ain't say one night stand, but
the
I
That's
hookup
the
said
culture.
same hookups. That's the
yeah,
same shit, ain't it?
yeah, like hookup culture. I
No,
mean, I think
hookups is
it's
more
more
than
so
just a
like
one night stand.
yeah, like
So
I think it's more so like the F niggas get money type of like vibe that the girls are on
okay,
social media.
okay,
Is
okay.
that like basically like affecting meaningful relationships? Like that's
That
Yeah.
just an
definitely is always
example.
what you're doing for
I
sure.
I
think
think hookup culture has definitely like put a detriment on relationships because it's like most of the time like some of those girls are just looking for somebody like you said like that's going to get him money like fly them out like give them all the things that they see on social media and a lot of men are at that age like okay like I don't have to commit to somebody because it's all these girls who are trying to look for something or they some girls are just giving it out or even just seeing like people on social media people out and about like they're not looking to settle down. Like they're not looking to have meaningful relationships. Like why have a meaningful relationship when you could be in anybody's drawers at any given moment? So I think it's definitely like a detriment to the relationships because a lot of men are just not looking for that right now. Everybody is just so out of nowhere. I'm not ready for a relationship. Okay,
don't
sure.
don't don't put that on us. I'm
Well,
ready.
not
Don't put that
everybody,
on
not
niggas.
I'm
every man.
I'm
ready.
ready.
Let me take that statement
Send me
back.
my person. I'm ready to hang the jersey up.
But
The problem,
some men are just like, I'm not ready for a relationship, like
And I
yes, and
don't
because
think
the
it's a
they
little
reason
they want to hook
men.
up.
I
it's
think it's a
not
little
even
bit of
just
both.
men. It is, and that's what I was about to say. Like it's split evenly, if you ask me, because I meet a lot of women that say that I'm not ready for, I'm not ready for, and it's not. I don't for one second believe it's due to hookup culture. I believe it's due to the fact that most of us, and I'm talking about specifically black people in the black community. I can't speak for no other race. When it comes to us dating, we're the only ones who don't like to wait. That's what it comes down
Mm-hmm.
to. Like if I meet a woman instantly, your mindset is, oh, by this time you need to be doing this, and this. You need to be taking me on these dates. You need to be buying this. You need to be paying for this. There's a clock running for me to get certain shit done. Same with certain men. Like it's like, oh well, okay, well, I've been paying for dates and I've been doing this. I've been buying this, buying this. You need to be doing this, by this. So it's like we're not willing, and this is why I'm single because I haven't met someone who's willing to grow with me like they
Mm-hmm.
did back in the day. Like our parents and them, they grew together. It was like, nigga, you don't have it all figured out, but you hustle, you work, you do what you got to do. You're not in jail.
Right.
You make sure you stay. Okay, I'm gonna support that man. When he come home, at least I can make sure he got some food on the table. When you know what I'm saying, as far as the man goes, like, okay, I know she got a car. Well, I could at least make sure some gas in there for her to go to. I could bring some flowers, little shit. It's the work to build together, and nobody wants to do that no more. Like I hate that
I
shit, man,
agree.
because
Right.
it's
I agree.
experiences that I've experienced where it was just one girl that I was dating and I was fucking her and she talking about steak dinners every Tuesday. Bitch, I'm an aspiring artist. I'm trying to blow up. You talk about steak dinners. I'm not about to be I'm not about to be funding your lifestyle. Like, and that's what a lot of women want. Like, I want a man that could do the. And it's became so transactional that we don't even realize the beauty and the love is to be able to love somebody in different seasons. Like
Yeah.
we get so caught up in loving what we see in front of us and oh, it gotta look like this. But no, real love is seasons because trust and believe, even if we get together, at some point it's gonna be like, it's getting bland. It's getting so we gotta spice it up. We gotta refine that love that we have for one another. And the only way to do
Yeah.
that is patience and listening. You feel me? Nobody wanna listen, nobody wanna be patient. So everybody like what they say is I'm not ready, but what they mean is I'm not willing to be patient and I'm not willing to understand this person at their core
No,
throughout the
that's
changes
real
of life.
rap.
So
That's
I
real
disagree.
rap. That's
I
that's
agree.
super facts. I don't think you said anything but facts that whole time. That's
Mm-hmm.
that's
Okay.
like For real. Then he said everything is transactional.
Transactional,
Ooh, I
yeah.
like
Yeah,
that. Like
it is,
that was
and
that was good
not even
vocab.
just y'all, because a lot of the times dudes be like, oh, all these girls want is small, all these girls want is small, all these nigga, all you want is coochie. So I can see why she asking for that. Like you not asking like, and this is my thing with guys, like anybody. If you want quality results, and I learned this just in social media marketing and sales, ask quality questions. I'm not asking you what your favorite color is. I'm not asking you if you ate today. I want to know what's your attachment style. I want to know if you've been to therapy. I want to know what traumas do you feel comfortable working on with me, because that stuff is going to come up eventually as we continue to mesh. Like, it's not, I'm not about to walk into somebody's perfect little life and they're not about to walk into my perfect little life and we're going to be a perfect little couple. We are two people trying to navigate life with no guidebook. Nobody
Mm.
gave us a book
Look
on
at
how to
you. Not,
navigate that
I'm
shit.
proud.
Oh, listen, it's called layers, right? You see, we could get nasty, but we could get real
I,
philosophical
I,
in this
I
motherfucker
hear
too.
it.
You
I
heard?
hear it. I hear
You
it.
heard?
I
Don't
hear
play
it.
with my
I
body.
hear it.
Don't play with my body. But nonetheless, like, it's no guidebook to this shit. So it's like, I'm learning life as you learning life, right?
Right.
And this is why I get upset with the ladies that be like, oh, well, my man need to have the coins. My man need to become. Sis, shit is hard. Everybody don't have the skill sets. Everybody don't have the mindset. Everybody has not unlearned and relearned certain things to be a millionaire,
Yeah.
to be earning 6, 7 figures. So is you gonna be patient with a nigga that's loyal to you, not earning the money that you may want him to earn right now, but doing what he gotta do, or you gonna go get the nigga that's getting the bag, but he ain't shit. But oh, I'm crying in the bins, so everything good. But you crying still. So
Facts.
is
Mm-hmm.
everything really good?
I think they prefer to cry in the bins, which is psychotic to me. Um,
Delusional.
but
Missing the
like
point. Missing the
very,
point
very
entirely.
psychotic. Like
Mm-hmm.
definitely a mental illness. I feel like it's just social media, just not a real place, but they rather show up there than to show up in real life and to be a genuine person. And really just I think I think that our generation and the generation below us really lack true emotions, true sympathy, true empathy, kindness, just a heart in general.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody just like out to get it, like out to get something. It's like so selfish.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like our generation is just the most selfish generation out there. Like if I'm gonna get you or you gonna get me, like you trying to get me for something, I'm trying to get you for something, but nobody's willing to like really learn somebody and really be okay with like
Facts.
where they currently are in life. Like we're still in our 20s, so it's like ideally, what kind of relationship are you expecting to have right now? Like what, you want him to go buy you a Benz like next week and y'all just met like last week? Like it really don't make sense.
It's not making any sense.
Um but that's just the idea that social media gives. Like, you know, the same girls that's out here saying, "Oh, f niggas get money," and the nigga bought them a car last week. He probably not even paying the car note in the car. Probably got repo and she not posting it no more, and you don't even know that.
Mm. Facts.
Like, you don't even know that. But anyway, next.
Hi, friend Nick. So, you 28. You say you dating or you not dating?
I'm dating. Send your friend.
Okay. What you
I
say?
think I got a
Tell your
friend.
Send
friend.
I
your
think I
friend.
got one.
Yeah,
Because I
send
think I
us.
got
Send us
one.
through.
How is the dating
So,
like? Oh, go ahead,
so
Champagne.
at 28, you say you ready for a relationship. At
Mm-hmm.
what age did you become less lustful and become the person where you like, okay, I'm ready for a relationship?
Less lustful and the person that's ready for a relationship. That's a great question. If I'm being like completely transparent with you, probably 2022, maybe 2023, like last year, maybe, because it got to a point where like, okay, I've I've had sex. Like I've had the sexiest of sexes. So at this point, it's like clearly it can't be sex that I want. Like it has to be more. So what I started doing was, and this was crazy, I started telling women up front, I'm not interested in having sex with you. And it kind of was like a chain reaction to two things. One, for some reason that shit turned women on more because it's like, oh, this nigga don't want to fuck me. Okay, cool. So now it's like, okay, she throwing all her sexy hints and whatever the case may be. So it kind of like brought more pressure. But then at the same time, what it did was it allowed me to see women for who they are. Because now that you know I don't want your pussy, I'm actually intentional about getting to know you. So now I get to see who you are at your core. So I think once I realized that it's I need more than just sex, then that's when I was like, okay, well, it don't gotta be about just lust and sex. I need a little bit more of because I like quality time, I like reassurance. And for me, the biggest thing is always like growth. I think that's the biggest thing for me. Like, how can we grow together? Or whether it's like us on business or spiritually, we pray together or healing together. Like, I want to grow with somebody. So it just changed when I stopped having sex for real, for real.
So are you celibate, like, or abstinent?
I'm none of that. I'm fucking, but I'm not fucking. Like, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, I can have sex if I want to. I just choose not to because it's like
Yeah.
this bougie dick. Like, I'm not about to be giving it out to everybody. Like, my shit got a fur coat on it, like Wanda Sykes and Pootie Tang. Like, I'm not trying to give myself out to everybody. I'm also trying to get to a point of where, like, when I do get my person or meet somebody, I want to be able to have like elite level of making love. Like, it ain't gonna just be, oh, let's fuck, let's have sex. It's like I can make her come in 2 seconds because I've learned her body. Like, I know what she like, and vice versa. She know what I like. And you don't get to that level by fucking a lot of people. You get to that level by focusing on you and letting it come. So that's where we at now.
Period. So what's the dating
Okay.
pool like in Atlanta?
Niggas gonna tell
What's
you
the
it's
dating
trash.
pool like?
Everybody gonna say it's trash, it's trash, it's trash. It's fucking lit, man. Everywhere you go, you gonna see a fine black woman or a fine black man. The key always comes down to the discernment and knowing what you want. Like, a lot of people be wanting shit from people that know they can't give them that. Like, you want the nigga to do this and this, knowing that nigga was never that type of nigga, and vice
Yeah.
versa. Like, you want the woman that's housewife material, but you know she on that pole, my boy. You know how she giving it up, bro. Come on,
Trying to
tighten up.
change
That's
her.
I be telling niggas tighten up, bro. But I think the dating scene out here is beautiful. I've been on so many amazing dates. I met so many amazing people, and I always enjoy the experiences. That's my thing about dating because I want to know what I need from my wife. So the only way to know is experience. So I never, and I don't want to make it seem like I'm a trick, but I spend that bread now. You hear me? Like, I like nice shit. We gonna go somewhere nice. We gonna have a good time. I want to really get to see who you are. But even then, still, I pay for shit, done shit. We ain't had sex, and we just didn't align in certain areas. So I think it's
Yeah.
pretty dope.
Well, that's good. That's good. Because I definitely hear a lot of negative things when it comes to Atlanta and the dating pool.
Cause
But
niggas don't have riz. That's why you ain't got no riz. That's why your shit
and
ass.
you just gotta put yourself in the atmosphere in which you want to have a partner in. So like, put yourself out there. Like, you got out of Newark, you got, you moved down here to your dream place. So it's like you get to see different things, you get to experience different things.
But
So
that's
it's
it
like,
too. That's it. Not to cut you off. That's it too. Like, a lot of people be looking for love in the club, nigga. If you don't go to Starbucks, if you don't take your ass to the library, if you don't go to listen, Target, my nigga. Oh my God. I put my cousin on. He came to visit. He said, "Yo, I'm about to go. I need some deodorant." I said, "Go to Target." He said, "Why?" He said, "Why Target? I get it from anywhere a little bit cheaper." Nigga, go to Target. You gonna find deodorant and a baddie at the same time. He called me. I swear to God, he called me. Yo, you did not lie. I'm telling you, like, you can find beautiful women doing crazy, amazing things outside of shaking ass and being in the club drunk. Like, so you got to go for different environments to learn different things. Like, shorty's not
yeah,
only drinking Casamigos and shaking ass, they reading books, they learning, they in seminars, courses. Like, go be in those rooms too.
nah, for sure, for sure. Child, y'all
Yes.
heard the man.
So,
Goes to
what is
Starbucks.
where you like to take somebody you interested in? Like, what's a good date for you?
Hey,
It depends. Give me the type of woman I'm dating, because every woman's different.
Um, let's say you dating a girl from Starbucks that you just met. Where you want to take her?
The girl from Starbucks is crazy. It really, like I said, it depends on the woman because there's so much to do out here in Atlanta. But I'll just, for example purposes, if I meet a girl, she at Starbucks, grab a coffee or whatever. Um, I'm an artist, so I always like to do fun artist stuff. Like, there's events out here where we can sit in the park, grab a canvas, and paint together. So I might get like a couple of blankets. We might go to like Publix. Um, you know, grab some food, some sandwiches, some chips, a wine, smoke, and paint outside. That might be her speed. Or, you know, we could go to, if she more on the like up and up type, we might go to one of my favorite rooftop restaurants, catch a view, drink some champagne. It depends on the woman. So I like a lot of different stuff. I'm into a lot of different things. We could go watch. I don't make this up, but I don't know if y'all can see like the buildings back there. But this one right there, that's where the Falcons play. That's where the Hawks play. We go to a basketball, football game. You feel what I'm saying? Like we could go do shit. Like we could get outside, get active. We could go kart and paintball and like whatever. So I like fun. It just depends on the person you really talking to.
Somebody said, what was the last date you went on?
The last date that I went on, let me think.
And don't lie.
No, I haven't.
And
The thing, it's
and
been a
hopefully they
while.
ain't
It's
watching.
it's
They might be.
it's been a while since I've been on a date though. No kizzy. The last date that I went on, it was brunch. We went to one of my favorite brunch spots. We had a great time. They play like a lot of 2000s R&B in there, and they have like unlimited mimosas for the girls. I'm not gonna give y'all the name because y'all not about to be taking people to my spot. But
I'm
if y'all want the spot,
hollering.
What
when y'all
is
come to Atlanta, hit me. But
it?
it's a vibe. It's a dope black owned brunch spot out here. We went to brunch. We had a couple of mimosas. After that, we went to go see some live music. She liked live music, so we just went to watch a band perform some live music and smoked a little bit. And that was the day.
Okay.
Okay.
I like that the dates are catered to whoever you go on a date with, and it's not like you plan it before you even get to know them. It seems like you get to know them, see what they like, and like kind of cater it
I'm
to
a
them. So I love a
romantic.
thoughtful date.
I'm a romantic, boo. I'm a Pisces. I'm a romantic, so I'm always going
I'm a
like
romantic.
it. Yeah, it gotta look like a movie when you with me. It gotta feel like a movie when you with me. Even if you only with me for 1 or 2 dates, you got them 1 or 2 days. I'm like, damn, I ain't forget. Ray, he was a real solid nigga. Cause you never know. Like we might not. Our purpose in life might not be to be evenly yoked in a relationship. It might be to be soulmates, friends. It might be for disconnection to establish it further down the line. Think of it like a train, right? Like we might get on a train at the same time, but eventually one of us got to get off. We gotta appreciate that time we was on that train together, got to chop it up, build that connection, and I might see you on the train again. You never know.
Okay.
Okay with the
Seems like a
analogies.
wise man. Somebody go scoop him up. He seemed a little wise.
Talking about somebody gonna scoop it up. I ain't nobody don't be putting out no somebody scoop him up. I ain't
Scoop
desperate.
him up.
Uh
Scoop him up,
let
y'all.
me
If you in the
let me
Atlanta area, scoop him up.
Yeah, go see if he also.
Yeah. See,
go see
see
if
if
he
he
all
put
talk.
see if he preaching practicing what he preaching. Make sure he not out here camping. There's no camping his rap.
There's no cap in my rap. There's really no cap in my
They
I'm
gonna
rap.
find out and see
screaming.
them.
Um, oh, we already talked about dates and all of that. So we do something on the pod called Show of the Week, and I know we really didn't prepare you for that, but I don't really think you need no preparation. You can just tell what show you like this week or what show you've been watching, to give our viewers some ideas of new shows to
Ooh,
watch. Um,
ooh.
so yeah, what's your show of the week?
Fun fact. I'm that person. Like people hit me up to watch. Like, yo, Ray, what's on TV?
But this is
Like,
perfect
that
for
I'm
you.
I'm
This
that
is
person. Yeah.
perfect.
So this week we got Game of Thrones. Obviously
Okay.
House of Dragons just came out. That's HBO Max. One of my other favorite shows just came out called The Boys. Really good show. The Boys was awesome. It's if you into like more graphic storytelling, that's a really good. It's called The Boys on Amazon Prime. Something else that's on Amazon Prime that I really liked, and I'm glad they brought it back. It's called Them, Them, and it's a black horror anthology series. It's really good
I don't
because it kind of breaks
like
down.
nothing horror.
But listen,
It's
it
not that
breaks.
bad. It's not that
It's
bad.
it's not that bad because it is fucking creepy as hell. But the thing is, it splits the line in between like what racism was like for black people and the spiritual side too. Like we talk
Uh,
about racism today, and it's a lot of spiritual religious people today. But think about the 90s, 80s, 70s, 60s, when us as black people, very spiritual people, right? And what does that look like when we faced every day with like harsh, hardcore racism, right? Like
yeah.
nigger, like hard R, like you know what I'm saying? So like it's damn.
Wow, distracted that quick. Look at that.
It
Lady.
wasn't. No, it wasn't. Look, if y'all can see what I see, y'all said the same thing. It ain't real though. So
I'm
I digress.
Can you tell? Like,
You said,
Can
can
you tell?
I
yes.
tell?
Can you tell if it's real or not?
Yeah, you could
From you look
tell.
like you was looking far away. Like, can you really tell
I
if it
think the
wasn't real?
guys is able to
You
tell.
think
You
so?
could tell. Yes,
You
bro.
like natural. You like natural or fake?
I
What you
love
prefer?
natural booty. Give me the cellulite. Give me the stretch marks. Like, here, I'm biting all that. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're not doing none of that. That the BBL stuff. And to each his own. I don't. I never tell a woman what to do with their body. But for me, it's just like like all that shit. That shit is ridiculous. And then it's like you gotta. If I'm dating somebody with a BBL, it's like I gotta be like a towel. Because I know that's the only thing niggas is looking. We go in the spot, I'm like this, trying to like walk behind it to make sure everybody look. It's like you see how fast I looked at that shit because it was so fucking big. It was another planet coming out the sky, so I
I'm
had to make sure we ain't about to die or nothing like that. So it's like I don't to each his own, but I prefer natural. I like my women natural. And if she got a BBL, I would not talk to her if she's a good woman, but I prefer natural. You know what I'm saying?
I'm still going to
Period.
snag, regardless if it's real or fake.
I've only had sex with one woman that ever had a BBL in my life. Once.
Period.
Mm.
Once.
The natural.
Never.
So I don't know if the girls are doing the BBLs for themselves or for the guys because it seems like every guy that I come encounter with or ask what do they prefer, they always say natural. I've
Yeah.
never heard a guy say I prefer a BBL. So it's like, who y'all getting the BBLs for? Like,
The BBLs is for the niggas with money. Like that's the BBLs is for the rappers
do they
and
want that?
the absolutely. Because you gotta
Ah,
like these that shit. This is like it's superficial. Being in Atlanta, I'm behind. I'm a music marketing manager. I do PR, so I'm behind the scenes in the music industry too. So I see a lot of this shit. I'm like, bro, like these niggas don't got that money you think they got, and two, y'all these rap niggas is chasing perfection in a woman that don't really exist. They chasing a perfect body, like it look pro, her ass fat, her titties fat, her waist snatch, her face perfect. She toxic as hell. She can't count to 12. Like she got a lot
ah,
going on in her personal life. So it's like they're chasing an idea of a woman, and that idea of a woman just really don't exist. Because I think the beauty in all of us, especially our black people, is that our flaws make us who we are.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Uh,
I know that's right.
Ash, what's your show of the week?
My show of the week is still The Ultimatum South Africa because I finally was able to watch a couple episodes. So, still going strong on that. I just want to put this out here. I could never, ever do it. Okay? Take my man on a show and let him date other women to see if he really
Somebody
want to
else?
be
Are
with
you
me or
crazy?
not.
That's how it
Are
works.
you crazy?
Yes.
That's insane. I would never,
So
okay? I would
it's like a
never.
it's like a poly situation, or
No,
No.
no, no. So it's like all these couples come together to this like I don't know place, and one of the people in the couple gave their person an ultimatum: whether you're gonna be with me, marry me, or you not gonna be with me, or you're gonna be with somebody else. So most of these people's reservations are like maybe finances or maybe they don't want to commit yet or whatever the case may be. So they have 3 weeks to like pretend to be married to somebody else in the group. Like they basically all like swap people. And they spend 3 weeks with this person and then they spend another 3 weeks with their actual person that they came there with. And then after the 6 weeks, they make a decision on whether they stay with their person or
so
leave single or leave with somebody else.
they be having sex with other people.
Some of
Yeah.
them. Some of
Yo,
them.
that's disrespectful, bro.
And
I
that's
don't
my
think I
thing.
buy that
Like,
in me.
do you have a conversation before you go there and say, like, what are
I
our
don't think that's in
boundaries?
me.
Like, are you going to
You
have sex
yeah,
with people? Are you
I
not
don't
going to
think
have sex?
you should not be having sex with nobody on this show. Like especially because you're meeting them at three like no, like absolutely not.
But my thing is, why did you bring me here to date somebody else? I'm going to pretend like I'm truly dating that person if that's what you really want me to see. You
And
really
that's
want me to
why I ain't
see
going
if
on
I
the
want to
show.
be with somebody else. So I'm going to really pretend.
Wait,
Valid
I'm a,
point.
y'all forgot the caveat of the show is that when they're before they like spend this time with that person, they basically are like speed dating to
yeah.
figure out if they're
Yep.
compatible with somebody else first.
Hmm.
So they
Oh
become
yes.
very compatible with this person. So they start to like create a bond already through this compatibility
Yep.
Yep.
before spending the time with that person. So now they're like, their feelings are involved with this person that they're spending 3 weeks with. So it's like they either take it to that level where they get intimate or they respect, their partner and decide not
Yeah.
to. But
I
And a
That's a
lot of them
lot.
definitely
was on
decline.
there, and
mhm.
you see your partner like vibing with somebody else. Some of them was getting pissed, some of them was crying.
Yeah,
But
I
it's
probably
like it was
did
always the people who brought their person
too.
there.
Yeah,
Like, why
and
are you
you
crying?
dummy.
You
Like,
brought me
why would you do
here.
that?
Like that's stupid to
Y'all
me.
are
Like,
really spoiling the show for those who actually want
well,
That
y'all go ahead and watch it.
Yeah, I want to
Period.
watch it
I
now. I
didn't
want
give
to see
no
what it's talking
character
about.
names, nothing,
right.
but y'all should definitely go watch the show because it's crazy. I just wanted to put it out there that I could never,
It sounds like an
could
Atlanta
never.
love story,
Not an
honestly.
Atlanta love story.
My show
I'm
Child.
of the
gonna
week this
give
week
my
is
show of the week.
okay,
Oh,
go
both of y'all
Uh,
can give it.
and my show of the week is Bridgerton. The final second part episodes dropped. And I'm happy that Penelope found the love of her life. And they also told who Whistledown was. So watch Bridgerton. It's the #1 TV show on Netflix. So
Can we get a
watch it.
British accent?
I can't do
Yeah.
that. I'm too black. I'm too black.
Talk about
It's,
kids.
it's
I
black
said I
people on the
wanted to watch
show.
Bridgerton, so I gotta watch
I'm
the first season
too
first.
Americanized then. Ain't giving.
What's your show,
My show of
Shannon?
the week is definitely Power Goals. I love that show. Like I just love the Power franchise. So that's my show. I also am watching Game of Thrones. So I'm only on season 2 of like the regular Game of Thrones. I didn't move to House of Dragon yet, but Game of Thrones is a vibe. Like at first I tried to watch it and I really wasn't interested, but once I sat down and watched it,
Shit rocking.
it was a vibe.
Shit
It
rocking.
is.
Wait, I got a
Yeah.
question for you. Cause you said power, right, Ghost? What the
Mhm.
fuck is Michael Ealy doing? Like why he just
Did we
Right.
getting
not
into
give
like
it away? Because
Well,
I
yeah,
haven't
we
no,
started
can't.
no,
We
no,
watching it
wait,
can't
I'm
yet.
talk
not
about the
spoil
show. Just only
I'm
watch
not
them.
spoiling it. I'm not spoil I'm just asking
After
like
they spoil you every show that they talked about, they
No,
no
want
we
bullshit,
when it
right?
came
No,
my
didn't.
no
turn,
bullshit,
We
right?
they
But
want to spoil you.
told
I'm not
them what the
I'm
show was
not gonna
like.
spoil it, but my question is, what the fuck is he doing there? Like he just jumped in the power
Yeah,
universe with no
he did.
backstory, and like now they promoted it on top of they got him as like the hype of the season. I'm like, who the fuck invited this nigga? Like he could have like
That's like
Who's
and
like,
when they
who
changed the
invited
theme
light skin with
song.
pretty eyes?
he
Remember when
still
they
he's
remember when they changed the Power theme song, and I think they changed it from Joe to like Trey
Trey
Songs,
Songz,
and
yes.
everybody was having a heart
Yeah,
attack.
we
Like
have
this ain't no
Yes.
sexy show. Like what are y'all
that's what I'm
doing?
saying. And then the same we still owe 50 ass whooping for changing Red Man from the other season. Like how
Right.
the fuck you just gonna act like we ain't know that wasn't another nigga? Like, no, Red Man was Method Man brother in real life and the movies. That's how we
In the
look at it.
movie,
Like,
yup.
keep that nigga
Yup.
in
They still be
the
performing
movie.
together.
Yeah, the fuck is wrong
Yup.
with 50?
Well,
But
he didn't want to get the COVID vaccine, so he couldn't be on the show anymore.
Damn, they can't.
Yeah.
Like,
Got
But
COVID
ladies, we
cause
again.
I'm
have
sure
our
you do
first.
all of this
Well, we
stuff.
have our first letter to the show. Can we get a round of applause? Like, we got our first letter to the show. Okay, so I'm gonna read the letter, and then everybody could go around and give advice if you guys have advice. If not, then it's okay. So it says, "Hey ladies, I'm currently in a relationship with someone I thought was going to be my forever girl. I was unfaithful a year ago and she forgave me. I'm sure she found out by going through my phone. So I randomly went through my girl phone and saw she was texting a guy for a month now. He sent a pic of his manhood to her and it's a little bigger than mine. So I feel a type of way. I want to mention it to her, but I made it a big thing when she went through my phone and said that she invaded my privacy. Can I trip for doing the same thing? So
they need to talk.
they,
They need to
they
talk.
need to
That's the
talk.
text. Like, y'all need to fucking sit down face to face and get it out. Now, this is my suggestion, especially because it sounded like it's not a safe space right here. Because if we gotta if we gotta cheat on our partner, it ain't safe, and two, if we gotta sneak through phones, it ain't safe. So my advice: sit back to back and talk, and no manners. Like, don't look at faces, because once you start seeing faces and emotions, then it's gonna bother you. So just sit back to
I
back, her back
like
to your
that.
back. and just talk it out. Like, just because if you can't see facial expressions, then you're not gonna get riled up. You feel what I'm saying? But the minute you say something and somebody make a face, you might close in. You might not tell your truth. You might feel like you're being judged. So sit back to back, talk it the fuck out, or get out of there, because both of y'all tripping. Both of y'all,
I never heard the
both of
sit
y'all out
back
of
to
pocket.
back thing, and I think I really, really like that. Like that's a cool little thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like when people be cheating, it just feels like the other person at some point gonna feel like they need to get their lick back. So if there's ever been a cheating situation, y'all might as well just go ahead and end it. All of that we working on trust and we working on it all over again. No. I feel like if the girl was the one that got cheated on, I feel like if the girl was the one that got cheated on, it's always gonna be something that reminds her of the cheating situation.
Mm-hmm.
Women don't know how to let stuff go. Years down the line, they bringing it up again. Y'all arguing about the same thing for 5 years because she can't let it go. And for a guy, if the girl cheat on the guy, now his whole ego is tore up, and he's going to get his lick back
Right.
for a fact. So it's like
Wait,
y'all might as well just head out.
so you feel like cheating ends with like there's no coming back from cheating?
I mean, there probably are situations where people are truly dedicated on turning their relationship around and being sorry, but in most cases, I feel like no. In most cases, there might be some cases where people be like, you know what, we're really gonna work through this. Like, it was easier for me to cheat than to verbalize exactly what I was missing in our relationship. So I went out and found it somewhere else, got myself in some bullshit, and I'm really, really sorry. So I'm willing to work on that. But I also feel like in most situations,
Mhm.
it ain't no coming back from that.
Valid points.
I think
Valid
it
points.
Yeah.
kind of go back to Ray point when he said like our generation isn't patient anymore. And I'm playing devil's advocate for a little bit because when you see like people who are married for like 25 years, like how many times do you think they had to forgive each other for certain things that they did in their relationship? Like
Don't
so
stop me on that topic.
so
Oh, I
like
got
it
experience, so I know she's spitting facts.
So I don't think like cheating is always a deal breaker, and for a lot of people, it probably wasn't, but the people that publicize it, it might be for because they already feel like the societal pressure of, oh, I gotta break up with this person because they cheated on me and I already did to everybody. So like, what am I gonna do? Sit here and be the person that got cheated on? So I think that it really comes with forgiveness and like patience when it comes to certain relationships. So yeah, I agree. They really need to talk and figure out like what they doing.
Yeah. I think for me, it's also on the tip of like what Ashley said, it's not impossible to forgive somebody for cheating, but it definitely takes a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the relationship is like already like impacted when you going through that person's phone because now you have some inkling,
Hey,
like you
boo.
have to feel the urge to go through that phone. And it's because you know you did some bullshit, so now you want to see if the other person did some bullshit too. So it's like right now it's always going to be a tit for tat. So
Hmm.
I don't know, buddy. I think you shouldn't trip because you did it first. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's the pot calling the kettle black, and that's his fault. Like
Yep.
that's called divine timing. Because if you cheated and for whatsoever reason, you know what I mean, like she ended up getting dick pictures from old boy. Like you can't be mad, bro, because again you didn't make the space safe for her. Now she not sure this is where she need to be because you make it unsafe. And that's the thing I think with men we got to get better at, bro. Like I feel like if you can't call your girl and tell her you about to cheat, you don't love that girl. You need to have a best friend and be like, babe, look, I'm struggling right now. I'm at the spot. I'm drunk. I need you to talk to me. But see, we don't have that level of confidence or safe space. It's like we ain't gonna do that. We just gonna go with whatever we want to do. Nah, call your girl. Tell her like, yo, like, talk to me. Like, I need you to
If
talk to
my
me.
man
Have
call
that
me and tell
space.
me he about to cheat on me, I'm gonna come find him and beat his ass.
But but see, that's what I'm talking about though. That's what we need
You
though.
better
Like you
not
gotta
call me say no shit like that.
niggas
Are
niggas
you
need
dumb?
that. Niggas need that though. And I don't mean in the sense literally saying, oh, I'm about to cheat, but like y'all have to understand, ladies, as much as we preach equality and equal workplace rights and all that good shit, men is men, women is women. We is physical creatures. Love
Yeah.
y'all is divinely intuitive and spiritual. We is physical. All that spiritual shit cool and all, but when I seen that fat ass you saw I turned into a dog, my neck went this way. Like it's a physical thing. And in every book, Quran, Bible, Torah, they talk about that. Like men are physical. So you have to
Yeah.
understand with this Instagram shit, and every day I'm not around you. I could scroll on my timeline. It's another fat ass. It's somebody shaking ass. It's bodies. It's sexual innuendos. So it's like I'm seeing all of this constantly. So it's putting me in a constant state of temptation, which is why we need to have that safe space to be like, oh, babe, like I'm struggling. You got to come pull up and get with me, or when I get back home, have it ready. Because we struggle with it every day. It's every day we got to deal with some extra sexual shit. Like it's to even like no bullshit. Like if you think of even like the whole Sexy Red breakout, right? Like I fuck with Sexy heavy, but you not gonna sit here and tell me that like it's gonna be easy just the for women to not want to shake ass to Sexy Red music. That's the type of music she makes. So niggas gonna look. Niggas is gonna look. She said bow, bow, bow. Now all y'all bow, bow. We all into it. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like what they pushing out on us is to be that way, and we need y'all help as confidants, as somebody we could talk to, somebody we could just be like, hey, listen, like I'm struggling right now.
And that
It ain't nothing
that
wrong
all
having that.
sound good. Sorry to cut you off. That all sound good, but like a lot of people lack communication and a lot of people lack being able to effectively
Mhm.
share their emotions. So it's easier for them to go out and cheat than it is to sit in front of your partner's face and say, hey, I'm struggling with lust, or hey, I'm struggling with temptation. Like, a lot of people can't do that. So we're talking like realistically in the world that we live in, we got kids that ain't on the right reading level. We got kids that can't speak and put their emotions into words. So then we have these kids that end up turning
Mhm.
into adults. So it's like, oh, why can't I call my partner on the phone? That's easier said than done to say, oh, babe, I'm struggling. People not doing that.
Yeah.
It might be a couple people out here that might
Oh,
be
cause I
able
know
to do
some
that,
people that do
but that's
that.
what I'm saying. Like, that's not something that you would catch on a day to day in relationships. Hence why there's so many people that get cheated on and vice versa. Like, people are just not reaching that level. And I think that's ultimately another level unlocked of like intimacy too. Like, when you can really unlock your emotions to your partner, like some people are scared of like what the backlash would be or like what the response might be from their partner, instead of just not giving a fuck and just saying like, hey, I don't know how you're gonna take this, but this is what I'm feeling. So I feel like, yes, that's easier said than done. And I wish that the people were like that and we would probably have less issues. And just real quick to circle back to what Champagne said about, like, back in the day, how did we forgive them so many times? I think there's a lot of factors that play into that, like social media and all of that. Like,
Mm.
the grandpa had a family down the street, but nobody knew that because grandma didn't have no car, so she don't even know what's 10 miles away. So she don't even know that he got a whole family 10 miles away. Ain't nobody taking no picture. Ain't nobody posting it on Instagram. Ain't nobody calling and telling her. He got kids over there. He got kids over here. But she also had to depend on him so heavily that
Mm.
even if she did know about it, she ain't had no choice but to forgive him. Because where you going?
Yeah, a
What you
lot of them
doing? What you
they
paying for?
turned a lot of them turned the blind eye. Like
Yeah.
I know firsthand. Like a lot of them turned the blind eye. They knew their husband was out here having kids in a whole nother state when they was
No
on the road
way.
and
And
stuff. But
Jesus on the
they
way.
chose to stay there because a
That's
lot of
crazy.
black women back in the day, or even women in general, like they did not have the means to move on by themselves, and also with a group of kids. Because let's not forget, back in the day, they wasn't having one or two kids that we have now. No, they having like seven, eight kids, and
Yeah.
seven, eight kids. It's hard as a woman to take care of those kids.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, they're going to stay in those relationships 20, 50 plus years, but they still dealt with a lot of bullshit.
And I'm not dealing with that. Sorry,
Mm-mm.
grandmom, that you had to, but I'm not. Like, I got a job, I got my own money.
Yep.
I don't need that nigga. I'm not staying here if he got a family down the street. I'm not doing it. So it's like, I think it comes with a lot. Like, there are people who have been married for 20, 30, 50 years who may not have ever had any infidelity or may not have ever
Yep.
cheated on their significant other and truly been through
Kudos.
this life and been through some things
Mm-hmm.
together. So I'm definitely not knocking all the relationships, but I do feel like a lot of times we see the years
Mm-hmm.
and we assume that it's been all hunky dory the whole time when it could have been some things that they had to work through. And because she probably really didn't have the ability to leave, even if she wanted to. Like, I know a lot of people that have been married for years and years and took a lot of bullshit until they finally got to a point where they're like, you know what? Now I want to
Enough
leave,
is
or
enough.
now I'm done. So I don't know. I just wanted to touch on that real quick.
I like that. I love that, and I think that's something we can all learn from as just as guys, because I think that cheating and infidelity is something that we glorify too often. Like
Hmm.
we glorify it as men to be like, oh, I'm gonna go and oh, that's a train. We glorify. I'm what the fuck is that noise? We glorify it often to be like, oh well, I need multiple women. I need to have a lot of girls in my life. I need to da da da, and that starts young. So like you grow up with the mindset like I'm gonna just even for me, I ain't gonna speak of nobody but me. My niggas that I grew up with, I'm talking about 12, 13, those ages where you become boy to man. It was always you gotta get pussy. Nobody never said you gotta treat the girl right. You gotta take her on dates. You gotta get put. You ain't getting no pussy. That's how we tease each other. You don't get no ass. You don't get no ass. And it starts young. So I feel like
Hmm.
once we see more men able to be like, hey, like, nah, you gotta take her on dates. You gotta do that, and we gotta make that actually something that's not simping or looked at as a bad thing. Like dates are fun. Dates are cool. Treating a woman right is cool. Like being platonic friends with women is cool. You don't have to try to go at every woman that you cool with. Like, not making everything about sex is cool, but we don't make that shit cool as men. Like we that shit not looked at as cool. It's like, oh, you being lame or you being soft, and that shit gotta stop. So that's definitely some pointers that I could take to my young boys down at the community center.
At the community center. Okay.
I do volunteer
Period.
work. Listen. Vacate for the people. I do volunteering for the kids in the summer.
That's dope
That's dope.
though.
Yeah. So that concludes our pod. So overall, the advice that we are giving you is that you got to talk to your girl, and maybe y'all can work things out, maybe not, but you just got to
Yeah,
respect
and let them
what
know it's
comes
a
with it.
safe space. Make the space. What said? Make the safe space again. Make the space safe again. That's what we got to need on a hat. Make the
Facts.
space safe again.
My advice is to get up out of there.
Get
You
out.
part of the
Get
you
out of
part of the problem.
Get your lick back right now.
Part of the
Like
problem.
the damage is already done. Create a safe space in your next one. Like,
Valid, valid.
that's it. I'm hollering at ill. What's the noise? But no, thank y'all so much for tuning in to the In All In podcast. We really do appreciate y'all. We appreciate you for coming on here. Thank you so much for coming on, making the time, answering the questions, being vulnerable, giving your authentic thoughts. And hopefully we can have you on here again.
Yeah, let me know whenever. I'm on here. I love the platform. I love what y'all doing. I seen some of my homegirls come in the comments and view too, so they was taking some gems and whatnot. But this is a beautiful platform, ladies. I'm praying to God that it only gets bigger for y'all, only gets better for
Period.
y'all. And I'll be in Jersey soon, Key. We
We
outside.
outside this summer.
Outside. We
Yes,
outside.
don't forget to send y'all letters in for next week.
Okay.
Please do.
So y'all getting them rolling in. So all of his followers, make sure y'all follow us. Make sure y'all tune in every single Monday. We're usually on YouTube, but we came to live today because I know our followers missed us being on live. But definitely go with the link in our bio, subscribe to our YouTube channel, watch all of our past episodes and episodes to come, and send y'all letters. The email is there. Send your letters. We would love to read them on the pod, give y'all some insight and some advice. But that's all we got for y'all tonight. Thank y'all so much for tuning in.
Bye,
Bye.
y'all.
Bye.